Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the toss play, Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This is Howard on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They pitch out to Howard. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Flaner. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well. Breeze now. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Breeze to throw on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Breeze going to go on 4th down. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
and not great starting field position here for the offense. Handoff to the fullback, Burton. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On second down, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And it's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got a man, it's right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go with Howard again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Green.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Complete to Wright. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This is Howard on the toss right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trubisky will throw. Wright's got it. He's to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kendall Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He uncorks it first. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now Trubisky on first down. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, Trubisky. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before half for Breeze. He uncorks it for Snead. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Rolling to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose. It's a 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down, 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. He's going to look deep down the field, and this will be caught at the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On second down, here's Breeze. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert. On third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Back there, here we go.
begin the drive with Howard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Trubisky to throw on second. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Here's Trubisky to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a pickup of 21. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Set. Green 39. Watching that body.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run it again with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running.
And, oh, a crusher that, oh, no, he lost the football. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Gun! Set! Here we go! 19! No, check! Patriot!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. And now the Saints. Are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.